Coming up on SWX tonight, Ichiro in pinstripes once again, this time facing off against former teammate Felix Hernandez. Highlights from tonight's matchup between the M's and Yankees. Mike Leach in Washington State meeting the media today. We'll hear from the Cougars and break down the preseason polls in the Pac-12. And the Spokane Indians embark on the second half of the season in the Northwest League. Could they get off on the right foot tonight in Pasco? It's all coming up on SWX tonight. Back to business tonight for the Mariners after saying sayonara to Ichiro. Welcome to SWX tonight. I'm Sam Adams. The M's wasting little time shuffling their roster after going into full rebuilding mode. They have sent the struggling Justin Smoke to AAA and have called up Mike Karp from Tacoma. Action tonight, another ex-Mariner, Freddie Garcia, on the hill for the Yankees at Safeco. And the M's didn't exactly make Freddie feel at home, at least early on. Michael Saunders with a blast to right, tying the game up on that solo home run there in the first inning. Out to a 3-1 lead in the fifth. There's Ichiro at the plate, and he has a hot shot down the line just past first. This one goes into the fence. In at second is Ichiro with the stand-up double. He finishes the night 1 for 3 with that double. M's in a jam in the seventh. 2 on, 2 out. Another former Mariner, Raul Ibanez, goes down swinging, and Seattle, behind another strong outing from Felix Hernandez, goes on to win this one by the final of 4-2. New details on that Ichiro trade. Before the Yankees agreed to that deal for the former AL MVP, Ichiro had to agree to a list of conditions that included hitting at the bottom of the order, playing in left field, and sitting out against left-handed pitchers. He also had to waive his no-trade clause to get that deal done. Well, Washington State will kick off its 2012 football season in just about 5 weeks now, and with the start of fall camp now just about 2 weeks away, college football definitely in the air. WSU hit the road today in Southern California for Pac-12 Media Day. Mike Leach among the 4 new coaches to make their Pac-12 debuts this upcoming season. He was on the stage today at Universal Studios, joined by senior quarterback Jeff Toole and former Gonzaga prep star Travis Long from the defense. Despite the optimism in Pullman, the Cougars still picked to finish 5th out of 6 teams in the Pac-12's North Division. Today's preseason media poll having Oregon as the heavy favorite to win the North Division, winning 117 first-place votes. Washington picked to finish 3rd in the division, and when you consider the coaches in that North Division, Chip Kelly, Jeff Tedford, Mike Riley, the new kid on the block knows he is an esteemed company.
It was an easy transition. Coaches came in, talked to us, kind of explained their philosophies and everything, and I think all the players, we just kind of latched on to that just because we want to be successful this year, and we know that we need their help and their support to get that.
What this new coaching staff has done with this program is I think safe to say something that the old coaching staff would have never done. The level of confidence that Coach Leach and the staff bring to this program and the level of excitement that they bring to this university is tremendous.
Meanwhile, representing the Huskies at Pac-12 Media Day, head coach Steve Sarkisian, quarterback Keith Price, and cornerback Desmond Trufant. Though UW will be the underdog in the conference, expectations are still high among coaches and players in Seattle. They say they've made some big strides since spring camp.
This is a team that has got a great culture about themselves, and one that I believe is headed in the right track of not only what we're doing on the field, but off the field in the classroom. It's a young, talented football team that is maturing rapidly. I think we're projecting to start 4 seniors this fall, Desmond being one of those. So it's a great time to be a Husky.
The defense is looking good. Spring ball went great. Obviously, in the beginning, we had to learn it, so there was some mistakes, but once we stopped thinking, we was just out there playing and competing.
Well, you saw the Pac-12 North. Now in the South, USC the odds-on favorite to not only win that division, but also win the Pac-12 title game, according to the media. Utah, UCLA, and even Arizona State also got first-place votes in the Pac-12 South. So that's what the media thinks, what will happen in the Pac-12. But what do you think? Surf on over to our SWX Right Now Facebook page. Weigh in on the Cougs, the Huskies. Let us know how you think the conference will play out this upcoming season. Clean slate for the Spokane Indians and the rest of the Northwest League starting today. Monday, marking the end of the first half of the baseball season. All 10 teams starting today with unblemished records for that second half title and a spot in the postseason. Opening a 3-game series tonight against Tri-City at Giza Stadium. 1-0 Indians in the second. Joe Maloney with a blast to center. That'll bring in Barrett Serrato, and it's 2-0 Spokane Indians with 2 aboard in the third, but Roberto Padilla rolls up the 6-4-3 double play to get out of the jam and end the inning. Some excited fans there. Dust Devils get on the board in the bottom of the frame. Francisco Sosa, deep to left center, 2-run double ties the game at 2, but the Indians go on to score the game winner in the 9th on an error, winning 3-2. The Indians winning that one against Tri-City. Yakima Bears already assured a spot in the Northwest League playoffs, losing tonight in Boise, getting just 3 hits in a 2-1 loss to the Hawks. NFL training camp is almost upon us. The Seattle Seahawks opened their camp this weekend in Renton. A big focus right now on a 3-way battle for the starting quarterback job. But an even bigger story right now, the uncertainty surrounding Marshawn Lynch. The running back, of course, arrested for DUI while in California. He has a court date set for the middle of camp. It's not yet known if he will be suspended by the league. Despite all those questions, the Hawks still have high expectations for the 2012 season.
Every year it's all about winning and all about competing, so I think that's what we enter this camp with. It's time to kind of make our mark. We've kind of been hanging around. Now it's time for us to explode and make a move and play the way that we know how to play and make a nice little run.
You know, we're definitely aiming to go to the Super Bowl. If you don't start a season going in trying to win it all, there's no need to start it. So we look forward to taking our team as far as we can, and me and Roy, doing everything we can in training camp to bring the team together and get us on the right path to take us in the right direction.
Well, for the first time in franchise history, the AFL postseason goes on without the Spokane Shock, but don't expect the team to clean house this offseason. Team CEO and owner Brady Nelson told us that he would like to retain about 3/4 of the roster from this past season. The league's new collective bargaining agreement will give Nelson and his front office a chance to sign players to multi-year contracts. Rookie head coach Andy Olson is expected to come back for a second year on the job, and he knows there's a lot of work to be done before that 2013 season.
A lot of work to do. We got to decide on, who to bring back, what's going to work best for us. If it goes to a 2-way game, that's going to affect everything. There's a lot of things to consider, and this next month is going to be crazy. There's not many guys. Honestly, there's not many guys on this team I don't want back. I'm very confident with this team. I think that we can do so much more than we did this season. I feel like we have a lot to learn, but I think we can get there in a hurry.
All right, on the Olympics scene, one final tune-up today for the USA men's basketball team preparing for its Olympic opener. That is this Sunday against France. Exhibition matchup against Pau Gasol and Spain in Barcelona. The U.S. trailed by 9 late in the first quarter, but a barrage of 3-pointers in the second. Carmelo Anthony for 3, drawing the Americans within 1. Now up by 7 on a 20-6 run. Melo coming off the bench, scoring 23 first-half points, up 48-40 going into the locker room. In the third, Kevin Durant and LeBron James teaming up. LeBron with the flush. It's an 11-point USA advantage. Later in the third, Russell Westbrook off the Spain turnover, pushing that USA lead to 21, never looking back as LeBron James and company finish a perfect exhibition tour, going 5-0, winning 100-78.
We played a great team, and I didn't think they shot the ball really well. So we were fortunate about that. But I think overall we played extremely well. Carmelo was sensational. I thought his play in the first quarter and second period was the difference in the game.
I think we came out a little bit too focused, you know, a little bit overzealous out there at the beginning. You know, they jumped on us quick. They came out, a lot of intensity, getting some easy shots, easy baskets. Once we just settled down, made a couple plays defensively, you know, got back into our comfort zone, we didn't look back from there.
All right, the Columbia Cup will take over the Tri-Cities area this weekend. The world's top hydros hit the water. Tomorrow's Water Follies will kick off the festivities. Many of those boats will be featuring new technology. Race fans will get an up-close look at those boats in a public viewing at WSU Tri-Cities from 4 to 7 p.m. It's a chance to meet the teams, win prizes, and learn about the biofuel technology that keeps those boats going. And a reminder, SWX is your home of the 47th Lamb Weston Columbia Cup. Our live coverage starts 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. Moving forward here on SWX tonight, the Babe Ruth of skateboarding stops by Spokane. Watch Tony Hawk in action, wowing the onlookers at the Hilliard Skate Park. And an uh-oh moment at the Pac-12 Media Day. What caused WSU head coach Mike Leach to raise an eyebrow? Find out in our Extra Point coming up. And welcome back. Tough break for the Yankees tonight at Safeco. Former Mariner Alex Rodriguez hit on the hand by a Felix Hernandez pitch in the 8th inning. A-Rod is now headed to the disabled list with a non-displaced fracture in that left hand. Poor guy. A-Rod hit his 644th career home run last night. He has 15 home runs on the season. Fans young and old today had a chance to see the legendary Tony Hawk and other pro skateboarders show off their moves as part of the West Coast Tour. All right, the free event bringing out thousands of fans to the Hilliard Skate Park this afternoon. They could watch the biggest name in the history of skateboarding. Tony Hawk, now 44, brought the sport into the mainstream. He's helping skateboarding now reach new heights. Hawk and his band of fellow skaters kicked off their tour in Santa Clarita, California, bringing it to communities like Spokane.
It's been completely insane. Look at all the people around here. Good time, nice and hot, fun skate park.
Today is awesome. I actually like this park a lot. It's cool like going to small towns like this because you always find like gyms, like you find really good skate parks. So it's nice.
It was like the best. It was like one of the lifetime chance because they don't come here often.
The tour now heads west. They'll be in Seattle Thursday before heading north of the border to Vancouver on Saturday. The best of the best in Major League Soccer will take the pitch tomorrow in the MLS All-Star Game. And two Seattle Sounders, Osvaldo Alonso and Eddie Johnson, are on this year's All-Star squad. They will take on Chelsea FC. Veteran Landon Donovan and the rest of the team ready to test their mettle now against Chelsea.
It's refreshing. You know, for us that play with our national teams, that's always a nice break when you get a chance to go away, and this is similar. And you know, the added bonus is that the game doesn't really mean anything, so you can go out and kind of enjoy it. And you know, we want to do things the right way, but we're all good soccer players, and we want to enjoy the game.
Don Schumacher certainly leaving his mark in high school basketball. He coached 21 years at Kamiakin High School in Kennewick. Now the sports community is giving back. Schumacher was inducted into the Washington Interscholastic Basketball Coaches Hall of Fame tonight. His team's compiled a remarkable record of 322 and 178 for a .644 winning percentage.
Great honor, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate all the people that have done the legwork, and want to thank obviously the Washington State Basketball Coaches Association. The relationship you have with your ball players and that whole makeup of their parents and such, and those are things that you really relish, and the practices and watching kids improve.
Mike Leach may have some serious coaching credentials, but as you're about to see in tonight's Extra Point, not everyone considers the WSU head coach a household name.
I'd like to ask Coach Price about what he's looking for as far as from the quarterback position?
Well, I'm 100% healthy. Feel great. Had a great off-season workouts and all that, and I'll hand it to Coach Price.
On behalf of Coach Price, we're looking for our quarterback.
Leach, not Coach Price, doing his best to keep a straight face after a major faux pas by a very embarrassed reporter today in LA. All right, moving forward here on SWX tonight, Leslie Lowe will have your fishing forecast. Plus, if that's not enough, Dave Law has the real deal. He'll show you where the fish are biting this week.